Okay, last class we have seen all the conditional operator, right? So greater than or equal, less than or equal, so everything we have seen. So how it will print the true or false, we came to know. Any doubts in that? The previous topics in the operator, any of the topic, is it any doubts to anybody? Can ask me.
No, sir.
Okay, so now let's go to Python logical operator. Okay, in the Python, so this is the feature which is not there in any other programming language. So it's just like a normal English how we use to communicate. In the same way we can communicate. So for example, there is an AND operator is there, and the OR operator is there, and NOT operator is there. So along with that, so this is the logical operator. So we use the as usual normal English, like a AND or like that. So not also. So not is for the reverse that value. Okay. Also there is a identity operator. So is there and is not is there. So is usually we use in normal English like is that subject there? Is there a book? So like that. For example, there is a book in one room. So if you want to ask someone, so we ask like, is there a book? So is there a book means he will say yes or no. If the book is there, then he will say yes. Otherwise, he will say no. So in the same way, for the Python interpreter, we can use this operator. So by giving that is operator. So and also we can check is not operator. So is not for, it will reverse that. So for example, we are checking is not book there, like that. So if the book is there, so it is a true here. So is not means, so if it is there, it will reverse that value. If they say yes, so is not means, so it is not there. So like that, there is a operators are there. So it is very simple to use. And membership operators are also is there. So if you want to find something in the x value inside the y, so we can use the operator in. Returns the true if a sequence with the specified value is present in the object. So not in means, so if it is not there, so that x value will not be there inside this y, so then it will return the true, not in. So like this, a very simple English how we speak to the people. So in the same way, we can talk to the Python interpreter by using these operators. These are the most used operators. So when we are doing, because it is very simple. So when we are using the logical and, so we just put and operator and or x, not like that. So we'll just execute one by one and we'll see how it will work. Okay, so when we are using the logical and operator, so there should be a two conditions. So a is greater than or equal to b is one condition. So then we put and a is greater than or equal to, I will give value y, 5. If it is less than or equal to 20. So if how and operator will do. So usually this and operator will, in other programming we use like this double ampersand. So but in Python we use a and and. Okay. So when both the values are true, so then and logical and will be true. So either any one will be the true, so the resultant will be the true in the logical and operator. So we'll execute and we'll see. So I am getting false. So because a is less than or equal to 20. So a is the 23. So 23 is less than or equal to 20 false. So a is greater than or equal to 5 is true. So either one is false. So logical and operator will return the false. So for example, if I want to make true, so both the values should be true. So it means that I will give here 25. So then I got the value true. So in the same way, so we can check for the OR operator. So logical OR usually we use in other programming by using the two pipelines. Even in C programming, Java programming, C# programming, everywhere we use that two pipelines to indicate the OR. But in Python, we use normal word OR. So it's a case sensitive. We can't use any caps or something else. Now we'll execute. So both the values are true. So that's why it is returning true. So now I will make it as this 120. So previously we got false for AND operator. So for the OR operator, we are getting true. So because either one, it should, if it is a true, so we get if true. So but in AND operator, either any one will be the false. So then the resultant will be the false. So this is the logical and OR operator difference. So depend upon our programming logic, we can use this. So then we'll use the NOT. So what will happen? So when both the values we get the result true or false, so it will make reverse. Not of this whole condition. So we got true previously. So but when I use the NOT, so it will make it as a false. So we got the output false. So for example, if you use AND operator here, so here also it will reverse that final value. It's supposed to be false, but we got the true. So like these logical operators we can use in Python. So we'll check the next Python identity operator. So if both the objects are same, variables are the same object. For example, A is B. So A and B both are integer. So we'll see what it will return. So it is returning true. So for example, B value I will store the fraction double. So I execute, I am getting the false because B is a different type. So A is not B. Okay, when we use not A is not B, so it will reverse that value. So I am getting the true. Previously I got the value false. So this is how we can use the is not. So usually in other programming we use that if condition in the if condition. So when checking the condition, for present it is there. So we use the double equal. Okay, but even in double equal, so it will not check the type of that. For example, if there is a both the values are integer or it is a different type of object, so there is no any such inbuilt feature to use it. So but in Python we can use the is operator. So is not also we checked it. So in the same way we can check the membership operator in. So returns the true if the sequence with the specified value is present in the object. So we check that in. But usually we can't check like this for integer value. We'll see. Okay. This is int, this is the float. This also we can't check. So because we are checking the value sequence inside this B. So usually in the large class when I am explaining, so we use the for loop. So in that array we used. So that's why I create a one list. So in the list, I will create an integer value. Okay. So 2357, and B is the value 2. Okay. So I need to check B in A. So there is that B is there in the A array or list. So then I got the value true. So because 2 is present here. So if I change to other value 5, so it is printed true. So because 5 is also present. So let's change the value. So 10, which is not there. So if I execute, I should get false. So I get the false. So like this, in a simple way, we can able to check it in the Python. But in other programming, we need to do the looping. Inside that loop, we need to check with the double equal. We need to compare the values with all the values. So if it matches to any of the values, then we need to print some value or print as a it is exist or not. Otherwise, we need to print the error message this is not exist. So it may take maximum more than 5 to 6 lines if you take any of the programming language. But in Python, just by using the in, so we can do those things. So in under not in we have not checked. Okay, so we use this not in. So if it is not there, then it will print that true. So 10 is not there, that's why it is printing true. So for example, if 2 is there, if I check that, it will print false. Okay, so bitwise operator is also so and or XOR not and shift left, shift right. I think we have tested already in the previous course. So at this point, we just checked. So without single, without the equal, so we just do the operation. So for example, B and A, and I will make sure this is the integer. So when we execute, we get the value 2. So this will do the binary addition and operation. So R will do the binary OR operation. So as usual, like in other programming language, how we use a single operator and OR, the same way we use in the Python also. And operator, OR operator, and right shift, and left shift. So also with the XOR. So it means reverse of the OR operation. So this is the binary operation. So when we work with any embedded systems or any interfaces, so that time usually we used to send the binary data to interfaces. So that time it will be useful to do this. If you know this, so we can use that time. So the main thing, we can get any information from the Google, but we should know how to use it, where to use it. So in the programming, that is only the biggest challenge. So we have completed all the operators. So we have seen all the Python operators with examples. So now we'll go to Python list. So in the data types, we have seen just how to declare that list and how to use it. So now we can go through a lot of operations which comes in the list. Okay, so usually list we are declaring like this with the bracket. So I just print. So this just printing the list. So now we'll see. So total the operations will come in the list. So when we say that lists are ordered, it means that we have defined order that will not change. So list items we usually access by the index value. So with this bracket, we need to put the index value so we can access that. So first index value is the apple. So next index value is the banana. So as the we can do the duplicate first. For example, apple is there, so we can put one more apple here. So as the value we are accessing by the indexes, so we can it will not compare like, so the value is already exist or not. So the example is like this. So if I print a list, it will print all the values. So next, to find the length of the list, we use the length keyword. So when we are calling the length, so inside this bracket, we need to pass the variable name or object. So then it will print the length of that list. So the length is 4. So we are getting the value 4. So if we debug, we can see how the object will get created. So we can able to see the my list. So it is showing as a type as a list, and all the values are string. So we are also able to see the index value. So the length also it is showing 4. So like this, the list structure will be there. Then we printed the list 4. So any data types we can able to store. So as it is a string, so we just stored here as a string. So we can store the integer values also, integer, float, and the boolean any type also. Also we can mix the types. So for example, first index will be the string, second index will be the integer, and third index will be the boolean. So like that. So these are all the basic data types. Okay, so in the list we can mix any kind of data type inside the list. So let's try that. So I just put the integer value. Here I will put a boolean true. Here I will put a double value. So now I will just print that. Now I can able to see. So once if I debug, I can able to see what type of data it is created. So here we can able to see. So this is a string type, this is the integer type, this is the boolean type, so this is the float type. So like this different type also it supports in the Python. But in any other programming language, whenever we are declaring the list or any arrays, so we will give the data type, which type of array we are going to declare. So after that, inside that array, so we can only store only that type of data. So otherwise we get the error from the compiler. So but in Python we can store as much as flexible. So as we checked previously, if we use the type, so we get the what type of class. So this is a list type. Type you can able to see there is it's a list type. So list, there is a method to create a list. So when we are storing the value, so if we have a set like this, so we can make that set as a list. So we have to use and we store this list in one variable li and just print that li. Now I can able to see this my list object. So now this line is executed. I can able to see this class type. So here, if you see the debugger, so li object is being created. So if you see the li object, so it is saying this is a list type, and this is containing these values. Okay, so we just printed that value. So now we printed the list. So this is just a set. So we can able to convert like this set into a list type. To access the list items. So for accessing the list items, we use the index values also. So as we already tested by using the index value. So -1. So negative indexes means start from at the end. So if we give the negative value, so from the end, we can able to fetch it. So for example, in the list, if we want to print in a reverse manner, so usually we used to do in other programming languages like a looping, we use the for loop, which starts from the last index. So from the last index we used to print. So but here we can just directly by taking the length from the last index we can able to give here. So then it will start from the sorry. So if you start from just a negative value from a as usual 1 2 3 4 5. So it will start from the last index value. So this one will check it. So li is the list. So now I will print the last value by using the -1. So it should supposed to print cherry. So I just remove this one. So I executed the code, so I can able to see the value cherry. Okay, if I use the -2, so it will print the banana. So like this we can use. So also we can print the range. So from which index value to which index value we can able to print it. So for example, 1 to 2. It's printed only banana. Okay. If I don't give 1 also, it should start from beginning. So it's printing apple and banana. So if I don't give end value, so it will print till the end. So from the second. So it will be second, and from here it will start printing. So as there is only one value, so it prints only 10. So if you guys don't, if you get any confusion, you just ask me in the middle. In the same way, till the end we can print. Also from the starting range to till the end we can able to print like. So this is from the beginning to till the this value, this range index value we can print. We can access it and we can store it as another list also. So from the negative also we can use it. So when we use the -4, so from the reverse order it will take from fourth position to first position. So then we get like orange, cherry, banana like that. So we'll just try this. -5 to -2. So it has been started from cherry, the orange and kiwi. So -2 means, so this from this position. So -5 means 3 4 5 from this position. So we'll give here -2 and -5. So it is printing empty. So because it is going, first it is going -2, 1 2. After it is going -5. 1 2 3 4 5. So that's why it is not taking the range. So first one should be highest value. So when there is the highest value, So the beginning will be start from -5, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here it will start. If it is a -2, so then till here we can able to print. So but first value is the highest, so then we don't get the list. Then the first value is lowest and second value is the highest. So to check if the item is exist, already we see the in operator. For example, if we want to check Apple is there in the list, so we just use the keyword in. So by using the in operator, we can able to find whether it is present or not. So changing the list value. So this is also like to assign, and we can update that value by using the equal operator. This list is equal to this list of first value 0 equal to, I will make it as the my name. So then I will print the whole list. So it is printing Harsha. So even let's debug it. So now the value of this list first index is the Apple. So when I update this first index with the name, so the value has changed from Apple to Harsha. So from range to range also, we can assign the values by using the single equal operator. So we can append we can add the list. So when you add this, so from 1 to 3. So from here to 1, 2, 3. So these values will be replaced by these two values. So we'll just check this code only. So here I will give the range. Now I can able to see the watermelon and orange. So from the first, banana and cherry has been replaced with the black currant and watermelon. Okay, so like this also we can able to observe. So why we are seeing all these already inbuilt methods? So that's why Python is there, very simple, and anybody can easily learn the Python programming language. So even this will be used in the data science also, because those who are not much very good in programming also, so by using these kind of simple scripts, so they can able to do this. So still there is a lot of logic also we can develop. So on top of that also we need, so when there is a business logic is in such a way that, so but still we get a lot of inbuilt libraries like this. But if you use any other programming language, you can't do it in this such a simple, in the single line, so we can do a lot of work. But in other programming language, it is not like that. So we need to develop a lot of work. We need to develop it. So that's why in Python, we can develop the application very fast. Any doubts in this? So I will continue tomorrow. So still we have to go through the list and tuples. So tuples also very important one. So most of the data types we use in the Python is list and tuples only, and dictionaries. So dictionary is also very most important. So after that we will see the conditional operators like a if condition, if else, while, and the looping concept. Okay, any doubts?
No.
No, sir.
Okay.